The night was already heavy before the first snap was taken, the kind of December cold that settles into the bones and makes every cheer feel sharper, louder, more urgent. Arrowhead Stadium, dressed in red and ready for Christmas football, was full in a way that went beyond tickets sold or seats filled. There was a sense that something mattered more than usual, that this game carried weight far beyond the score. For Kansas City fans, it felt like a moment suspended between pride and uncertainty. For Travis Kelce, it may have felt like standing at the edge of a chapter that has defined more than a decade of his life. And for Taylor Swift, watching from the stands, it was not just another game on the calendar. It was personal, emotional, and quietly overwhelming in ways the cameras only partially captured. When the crowd began chanting a Kelce, it wasn't the playful roar of a routine home game. It rolled through the stadium with purpose, growing louder as if the fans themselves were trying to say what no one else wanted to say out loud. This might be the last time. The chant carried gratitude, loyalty, and a subtle plea all at once. In the middle of that sound, Taylor Swift stood watching, not as a global superstar commanding stadiums of her own, but as a partner witnessing a moment that could mark the end of something irreplaceable. Her expression told a story that words rarely can, a mix of pride, tension, and the kind of emotion that surfaces when you realize a chapter may be closing right in front of you. What made the moment resonate so deeply was not just the possibility of retirement or the loss on the scoreboard. It was the contrast between spectacle and intimacy. Arrowhead is designed for noise, celebration, and dominance, yet in that moment it felt strangely small, almost quiet, as if the entire stadium narrowed its focus to one man walking off the field and one woman watching him do it. Taylor Swift has spent years mastering the art of public emotion through music, turning personal experiences into shared anthems. Here, there was no stage lighting, no microphone, no performance. There was only the raw reality of watching someone you love face uncertainty, surrounded by thousands of people who adore him for reasons both similar to and very different from your own. Throughout the game, cameras caught glimpses of her reactions, and each one seemed to spark a new wave of conversation online. Some viewers interpreted her serious expression as frustration over the Chiefs' struggles. Others saw concern for Travis, reading every glance and posture as a clue to how she felt about what this game might mean. That scrutiny is nothing new for her, but the context made it sharper. This was not about fashion choices or celebrity appearances. It was about emotion in its most unfiltered form, broadcast unintentionally to millions. The Chiefs' loss only deepened the mood. A Christmas game at home is supposed to feel celebratory, even when the season has already slipped away. Instead, the final moments unfolded with a sense of finality. The last drive ended without redemption. The scoreboard froze and Arrowhead was left holding disappointment alongside appreciation. Travis Kelce, an 11-time Pro Bowler and one of the most accomplished tight ends in NFL history, looked visibly affected. His body language suggested a man carrying more than just the weight of a single game. For fans who have watched him redefine the position year after year, the sight was jarring. For Taylor Swift, it appeared to hit even harder. What unfolded next added depth to what viewers were already feeling. Conversations about Travis's future, long whispered and occasionally dismissed, suddenly felt immediate. In a pregame interview with Tony Gonzalez, another legend who knew exactly what it meant to walk away at the peak of greatness, Travis spoke with a vulnerability that stripped away the bravado fans are used to seeing on Sundays. He admitted he was still searching for answers, still weighing whether the fire that fueled his career was burning strong enough to justify another season. Those words echoed differently after the game, especially when paired with the image of him standing on the sideline, absorbing the weight of a loss and the roar of a crowd that knows what he has given them. Taylor Swift's emotional presence at the game became a symbol of something larger, the intersection of legacy and love, of public careers and private decisions. Her reactions were not performative, they were human. In a world where celebrity moments are often curated and controlled, this one felt unscripted, and that authenticity is what drew people in. Fans weren't just watching a football game or spotting a famous face in the stands. They were witnessing a shared moment of uncertainty, one that mirrored feelings many people have experienced when someone close to them stands at a crossroads. The chant of a Kelce lingered long after the final whistle, replayed in clips and conversations across social media. It wasn't just a farewell, and it wasn't just encouragement. It was a reminder of the bond between a player and a city, and of how deeply sports can intertwine with personal lives. For Taylor Swift, known for turning moments of transition into music that resonates with millions, this was a moment she didn't sing about, at least not yet. Instead, she simply stood there, feeling it, letting it pass through her like the cold December air. As Arrowhead emptied and Christmas night settled in, the questions remained unanswered. Would this be Travis Kelce's last home game? Would he choose to return, chasing that familiar spark one more time? Or would he step away with his legacy firmly intact? And how did it feel for Taylor Swift to witness all of this, knowing that whatever decision comes next will reshape not only his life, but theirs together? Those questions are what give this moment its power. Not the loss, not the stats, not even the chants themselves, but the quiet realization that some nights are remembered not for what happened, but for what they might represent.